good. We have Mark Jackson with the Warriors. Magic Johnson. Oh, Magic Johnson coached the Lakers. Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas coached the Knicks. Wow. Derek Fisher of all people. Man. That's crazy, man. Wow. Sorry. I didn't realize I was recording. No, don't mind me. I was just reading off the names of black NBA coaches that got a head coaching job without any previous coaching experience. So just doing my research. And yeah, if you were guessing what this video was going to be about today, well, you guessed right. We're talking about Steve Nash, and apparently how him getting a head coaching job is white privilege. Oh my gosh, what's going on, you guys? It's AAL back with another video. Hope everybody's doing great. Everybody's doing good. And yes, I know I'm a little late to this topic. But I thought I'd give my points, how I feel about it and everything. It's still a pretty controversial topic, and I don't think it's too late to talk about it. So yeah, let's get straight into this. So yeah, I guess if you've just been living under a rock, or you just don't turn on TV, or you live in the forest or whatever, Stephen A. Smith on First Take came out and said that Steve Nash getting a head coaching job for the New York the Brooklyn Nets is apparently white privilege. Now, some of you out there probably already know who Steve Nash is, and some of you don't know who Steve Nash is. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to explain who exactly is Steve Nash. So Steve Nash was all-time great point guard for the Phoenix Suns. Played the majority of his career for the Phoenix Suns. He was first on the Dallas Mavericks. Got drafted by the Mavericks. Moved around a little bit between the Suns and the Mavericks, and he was on the Suns for the majority of his career. Then he moved on to the Los Angeles Lakers, and that didn't really work out. But yeah, that was in the later part of his career. So for his career, for Steve Nash's career, he averaged 14.3 points, 3 rebounds, and 8.5 assists. Now, those aren't those aren't godly numbers. It's not Michael Jordan, it's not Magic Johnson or whatever, but those are pretty good numbers. And if you're not looking at the numbers, let's just look at his accolades. All right, Steve Nash is a 2-time MVP, 7-time All NBA. Steven is an 8-time All-Star, and the third leading assist in all time. Third all time in leading assists. Now, I don't know about you, but that's a pretty good resume, if you ask me. And he's in the Hall of Fame. 5-time assist champ overall. If you ask me, that's a pretty good resume right there. Correct. Okay, it doesn't take a rocket science to understand that. So here's the thing, right? Players being head coaches don't really work out. They don't work out at all. You know what I mean? And it's pretty simple to know why, to see why they don't work out. It's because you can't really put a player in a coach's position. You have one's on the sideline and one's on the court. A player is always going to look at it from a player's perspective, and that's not really good for a coach. You know what I mean? So, players are always going to coaches are always going to look at it, like they're a player, but they're actually a coach. It doesn't really work out unless you're Steve Kerr, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But yeah, player head coaches don't really work out, but at the same time, they look good on paper. You know what I mean? They look really good on paper. Like I was talking about Magic Johnson. I mean, come on, man. He's the greatest point guard of all time. Of course you're going to take him as a head coach, even though he was god-awful terrible. Isaiah Thomas, Larry Bird was a head coach. All terrible. They were all terrible head coaches. But because of their resume, what they did in their playing careers, of course they were going to get the job. With zero coaching experience, of course they were going to get the job. You know what I mean? So it's not really a surprise to see a great player get a head coaching job. The thing is, with Stephen A. Smith, it's a surprise. Not really a surprise, but it's an issue to him because Steve Nash is white. Understand that? Because he apparently got the head coaching job over other potential black head coaches, which I don't think have no reason to be head coaches at all. But disregarding that, Steve Nash is an all-time great player. And out of all the reasons you could have given to say that he shouldn't be a head coach, you decided to go with white. It's just really hard for me to comprehend this situation. When I first heard about Steve Nash becoming a head coach for the Nets, I was like, I don't really know about that hiring. I mean, yeah, he's Steve Nash, but at the same time, I mean, there are better head coaches out there. You know, I mean, I don't know, man. It might be better head coaches. I mean, Mike D'Antoni is probably going to get fired. That could have been a potential candidate. You know what I mean? I mean, there's people out there who could have been the Nets head coach. You know what I mean? But they decided to hire Steve Nash. I'm like, okay, let's give him a shot. But no, there was nowhere in my thought process where I was thinking, nah, this ain't right. You're not supposed to hire a white man before a black man. You're not supposed to do that. I just don't understand what came to his mind. He really sat there on national TV and straight up said that this is white privilege. Now I can see if Steve Nash was a complete nobody, didn't even have college coaching experience, it was some dude off the street, and they just say, hey, you want to hire you? You want to get hired? I can see if they did that. Then you might have a point. You know what I mean? But we're talking about Steve Nash, who, out of all the head coaching candidates out there, is probably gonna be looked at as more famous than those people. No, Greg Popovich is not on the market. Doc Rivers is not on the market. You know what I mean? Coach of the year. What's his name? I forgot his name. The coach for the Toronto Raptors. I really forgot his name. You know, but let me see. The coach for Milwaukee Bucks. He's not on the market. He might be on the market, but he's not on the market. D'Antoni, he's gonna be in the market soon. But they hired Steve Nash a little bit before, so that wouldn't really make any sense. But yeah, there's not really any good head coaches out there that you would think for a championship team. You know what I mean? Tyronn Lue. Guys, can we please stop saying Tyronn Lue is a championship head coach? Can we please stop saying that? It's really, really annoying. He's not a championship head coach. When LeBron left Cleveland to go to the Lakers, he got fired within the first 10 to 12 games. Fired. A championship head coach got fired in the 10 to 12 games. That doesn't happen. That does not happen. You know what I mean? It doesn't happen. I don't want to hear none of that. You know? So, yeah, man. White privilege? No. Bad decision? Maybe. You know what I mean? But, come on, guys. We got to start thinking about what we say on national TV. You know what I mean? We can't just say this rhetoric. I know it's a lot of stuff going on around the world. That's why I don't like to bring politics and sports in the same conversation. It never ends well. Just like in this situation, it doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense, man. It really doesn't. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on the whole situation. To me, in my opinion, Steve Nash, congratulations. I hope you do well and everything. KD and Kyrie, that's going to be a nasty combination, and I hope you can handle those two players, man. good luck to you, and yeah, hopefully we get something entertaining next season. Next season, I don't even know when next season is going to start. Next season is going to be fun. It's going to be really, really fun, man. But like I said, man, we got to stop with this mindset. First of all, we got to stop putting sports and politics together to begin with. Let's start there. Let's start there, and then everything else afterwards, man. But yeah, guys, that's my thoughts on the whole situation. And as always, yeah, man, shout out Playoff P, man. Deuces, y'all. Alright, you guys, sorry, I forgot one point I wanted to mention. Mark Jackson and Steve Kerr. Okay, so here's the thing, right? So I just got finished talking about Steve Nash and white privilege and everything like that, how ridiculous it is and everything, right? So here's what I want to know. Mark Jackson, a black head coach for the Golden State Warriors, was fired in 2013-2014 seasons for the Warriors when he was coaching them. Now, 13-14 season Warriors, they were a pretty good team. You know, this was like upcoming Warriors. Had that really great playoff series against the Spurs. Really, really entertaining. You know, they just couldn't get over the hump. So they fired him after the 2014 season. And after that season, they hired Steve Kerr, who is a white man. Mind you, both are former players. Mark Jackson had zero coaching experience, and Steve Kerr also had zero coaching experience. But the very next year, after Mark Jackson was fired, the Warriors, they won the championship. You know, everything was happy and golly, jolly, and all that. You know, Warriors fans were up and coming bandwagoners and all that. But here's what I want to know: is somebody please point me into the right direction. I might be tripping, but can somebody please tell me why this wasn't brought up as an example as white privilege, but Steve Nash was? So you're telling me an NBA team who is owned by a white player, mind you, I don't believe in any of this bull crap. I'm just putting the pieces together for the people who actually do believe this. So the Warriors, owned by a white man, previously coached by a black man with zero coaching experience. They fired the black head coach and then hired the white head coach, and then they won the championship. Somebody please tell me why this wasn't brought up as an example as white privilege. Literally nobody in 2015 was thinking about this at all. They were just thinking, oh, the Warriors got a new head coach, Steve Kerr. Let's see what he can do with this already great team. You know what I mean? Let's just see what he can do. Let's just see what he can bring to the table. Why was nobody talking about this in 2015? Not one person brought up white privilege. Not one. So I'm really trying to figure out, why is it white privilege now that Steve Nash is a head coach? Please. And Steve Nash not even, bro, oh my goodness. Steve Nash is one of the greatest people in the world. Greatest personalities in the world. Played with numerous black players. Helped out numerous black players. Played for numerous black coaches. You know what I mean? Not a bad guy at all. And doesn't deserve any of this. But please, somebody in the comments, Instagram, whatever, somebody please tell me why are we now bringing up white privilege now, but not in 2015? I just gave y'all the keys. I literally just gave y'all the keys. Go ahead, tell me. Somebody please tell me and explain to me how it actually is white privilege. You know? So that's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. Tell me why this wasn't brought up in 2015 and why it is white privilege now and then. Somebody please tell me. But yeah, that's all, y'all. All right. I'll see you on the next video.